Are you struggling to maintain consistency in your daily Buddhist practice? Do you often find yourself lacking motivation to stick to your spiritual routine? In this video, we'll explore the powerful concept of forcing yourself to be consistent in your Buddhist practices and how it can lead to profound transformation and inner peace. Lesson 1. Practice negative visualization. In Buddhism, everything is impermanent. Nothing stays the same forever. Life is always changing. When we understand this truth, we can prepare ourselves. We must learn to visualize negative situations before they happen. This is not about being afraid. This is about strengthening the mind. If we always expect life to be easy, we will suffer when difficulties come. But if we prepare ourselves, we remain steady. A Buddhist monk sees everything as temporary. He does not cling to good times, and he does not fear bad times. He knows that everything will pass. If you practice this, you will develop a strong mind. You will not be shocked when life brings pain. You will not be surprised when things go wrong. You will be ready. This is what negative visualization teaches. It prepares you to face hardships with wisdom and calmness. Imagine losing the things you love. Your house, your job, your loved ones, everything can disappear. This is not to make you sad. This is to make you grateful. When you know something can be lost, you appreciate it more. You do not take it for granted. You enjoy it fully. This is a powerful way to live. When you accept the possibility of loss, you do not fear it. Negative visualization also helps in relationships. Many people expect others to always be there. They take their loved ones for granted. Then, when someone leaves, they feel lost. But if you always remember that life is fragile, you will love more deeply. You will cherish every moment. You will not waste time on anger or hate. Consistency comes from preparation. A mind that practices negative visualization is always prepared. It does not break under pressure. It remains strong. Practice this every day. Think of what you might lose. Then, return to the present moment with gratitude. This is the way of Buddhism. This is the way of a peaceful mind. Lesson 2. Live according to nature and reason. Buddhism teaches us to follow the natural flow of life. When we resist nature, we suffer. When we follow nature, we find peace. This means accepting things as they are. It means living in harmony with reality. A river does not struggle to flow. It moves smoothly towards its destination. But if a rock blocks the way, it does not stop. It finds another path. This is how we should live. We must not resist change. We must not fight against reality. We must adapt and move forward. Living according to reason means making decisions with wisdom. Many people act based on emotions. They become angry, jealous, or impatient. Then, they make bad choices. A wise person does not act from emotion. A wise person acts from understanding. This is what Buddhism teaches. When you are consistent, you do not let emotions control you. You stay on your path. You do what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like it. This is the secret of success. People who follow their emotions are not stable. One day they work hard, the next day they quit. One day they are happy, the next day they are sad. But a person who follows reason is steady. They keep going no matter what. To live in harmony with nature and reason, you must accept reality. If it rains, let it rain. If something goes wrong, do not complain. Complaining does not change anything. Instead, adjust. Find a solution. Move forward. Buddhism teaches that life is always changing. If you fight against this truth, you will suffer. But if you accept it, you will find peace. Accept the natural way of things. Be reasonable in your actions. When you do this, you will be consistent. You will not be shaken by life's ups and downs. You will remain strong, calm, and steady. Lesson 3. Embrace discomfort and hardships. Buddhism teaches that suffering is a part of life. No one can escape it. But suffering is not the problem. The problem is how we respond to it. If we try to avoid discomfort, we become weak. If we face discomfort, we become strong. Pain makes us grow. Hardships shape us. When we avoid difficulty, we miss the chance to become better. Many people want an easy life. They want comfort all the time. But comfort makes the mind lazy. Comfort makes us fragile. If we never experience hardship, we will break the moment life gets difficult. A tree that grows in strong winds develops deep roots. It becomes strong. But a tree that grows in a place with no wind is weak. It falls when the storm comes. This is the same for people. If you avoid struggle, you remain weak. If you face struggle, you become strong. When we embrace discomfort, we stop being afraid. We stop running away. Instead, we face life with courage. This is the Buddhist way. Do not wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to handle any life. When you do this, you become unshakable. You become consistent. No matter what happens, you stay on your path. You do not quit. You do not lose focus. You remain steady like a mountain. Lesson 4. Reframe your perspective on loss. Loss is painful. Everyone will experience it. But how we see loss changes everything. Buddhism teaches that attachment causes suffering. When we are attached, we fear loss. But when we accept that nothing lasts forever, we find peace. Imagine holding sand in your hands. If you squeeze tightly, the sand slips through your fingers. But if you hold it gently, it stays. This is how we must see life. Do not hold on too tightly. Let things come and go. Do not fear loss. Accept it as part of life. When you lose something, remind yourself that it was never truly yours. Everything in this world is borrowed. We do not own anything. We do not own people. We do not own moments. We only experience them for a time. Then, they pass. If you learn to reframe loss, you will not suffer as much. You will accept change with peace. You will move forward without fear. This is how you stay consistent. You do not let loss break you. You do not let it make you stop. Instead, you accept it, learn from it, and keep going. Lesson 5. Practice voluntary discomfort. Buddhism teaches that discipline brings freedom. If you control your mind, you are free. If you let your mind control you, you are a prisoner. One way to control the mind is by practicing voluntary discomfort. This means doing difficult things on purpose. It means training yourself to be uncomfortable. Sleep on the floor sometimes. Eat a simple meal. Take cold showers. Walk instead of taking a car. These small practices build mental strength. They teach you not to rely on comfort. When you make yourself uncomfortable, you become fearless. You realize that you do not need luxury to be happy. You do not need everything to be easy. You become strong. You become disciplined. This is the Buddhist way. Discomfort trains you to stay consistent. It makes you do what is right, not what is easy. It makes you stay focused. No matter how hard life gets, you keep going. You remain steady. You do not quit. This is true strength. Lesson 6. Lead with virtue, not emotion. Buddhism teaches that emotions are temporary. They come and go like the wind. If we let emotions control us, we are weak. If we act with virtue, we are strong. A consistent person does what is right, no matter how they feel. They do not let anger guide them. They do not let fear stop them. They do what needs to be done. This is the path of wisdom. Virtue means acting with kindness, patience, and discipline. It means treating others with respect. It means staying on your path. If you live with virtue, your life will be peaceful. You will not be controlled by emotions. You will not make bad decisions. You will be steady, strong, and consistent. Buddhism teaches that virtue is the highest path. When you lead with virtue, you become powerful. You become unshakable. This is the secret to a successful and peaceful life. Buddhism teaches us that consistency comes from wisdom, discipline, and acceptance. When we visualize hardships, we are prepared. When we follow nature and reason, we remain steady. When we embrace discomfort, we become strong. When we reframe loss, we free ourselves from suffering. When we practice voluntary discomfort, we develop true discipline. And when we lead with virtue, we act with wisdom and peace.